DFS 2013 R2 has a new ability to pull a tool off at an angle in a grooving operation. This increases your tool life and leaves a better finish on the part. So I have a simple little part here that I've already programmed. You can see face, turn, bore, and groove. I'll run that in 3D Sim so you can see the result. But we're going to focus on the groove operation. So I'll turn everything else off and just include the groove feature. If we look at this toolpath in centerline, you can see that the tool comes down, makes its first plunge. Of course it has to retract directly out because it's taking a full width cut. But then on the next cut it plunges straight in and then straight back out. So it's dragging that tool up the side, and it continues that all the way down the groove. When it gets to the finish operation, it does the same thing. It takes its first cut on the finish operation, comes straight off the part, runs back over, plunges across the groove, and once again drags that tool up the back wall of the groove. So this is not desirable. It does tend to wear on the tool and diminish the quality of your finish. So there's a new parameter now. If you go to the groove operations in the op list, you can either left click or right click to go to the attributes of that particular operation, and you can see down here a new parameter called side lift off angle, and it's set at 0 degrees. So the tool is going to plunge straight in and then retract straight out. We have a range of 0 to 90, so if you set it at 90, it would plunge, but then it would drag back across the face in the horizontal. So in this case, since it's a square groove, we probably want something in the middle. Of course, this is going to depend on the actual geometry of your groove. So I'll set this at 45 degrees, split the difference, and we'll set a side lift-off distance of 0.5 millimeter. Now the finish operation has a similar setting, and you can come down here and see that there is not an angle, but there is a distance, so I'll set that also at 0.5 millimeters. And now let's take a look at the new tool path. So once again, the tool comes straight down, plunges straight in. This is a full width of cut, so it does have to come straight out on this cut. But on the subsequent cuts, it plunges straight in, it retracts back off of the material at a 45-degree angle, and then finishes its retract, and repeats that process on every other pass. When it gets to the final pass here, it does retract away from that wall and then come out of the material. The finish pass, I'll then erase that. The finish pass works exactly the same way. Plunges down the wall, retracts off at my angle, and then retracts out of the material. Does my finish pass across the bottom, and once again retracts at that angle. So I'm going to get a much better finish, and my tools are going to last a lot longer.